Hi guys, welcome to session. Let's start our session now.
Let's move on, guys. Now let's revise what we studied in the last class. So in the last class, we studied about importance of petroleum. We saw that so many things around us, like synthetic fibers, like plastics, and different petrol, diesel, kerosene, LPG. So many important things we obtain from the use of petroleum, right? So is a very important substance. We studied that. Then we studied about properties of petroleum, that it is bad smelling. You have to close your nose when you are near petroleum, right? Also, it is actually viscous, thick liquid, right? बहुत ही मोटा liquid होता है ये. Then we studied about mining of petroleum. We saw that how we have to sink. First, we have to do the drilling into the ground, the drilling pipes, and through those pipes we have to take the petroleum up, right? So that is a normal process to obtain petroleum. I hope all of you are aware of it, right? And what device do we use for using petroleum, guys? For taking out petroleum, which device we use? Come on, tell me in the comment box. Now, beta, there is no lag. So, guys, stop telling lag. When there is lag, I know it, right? So, it must be your network problem if you are saying there is lag. Because there is no lag from my side. If there is lag from my side, I'll stop speaking immediately, okay? Yeah, I know it is clear, right? Don't type lag. Right. When if there is some lag, I'll automatically stop speaking. Right? In video, little bit of lag can be there. Right. That is okay. Anyways, so what is the device which is used for taking out petroleum from oil wells? Which device is used for taking out petroleum? Everyone give your answers. Okay. Caster? No. Caster, I never said caster. Beta, it's oil rig. Okay, let me write in the comment box oil rig. It is oil rig. Oil rig is used for that. Okay. The next one is mining of petroleum. So when we are talking about mining of petroleum, basically we talked about that we are drilling, then we are doing all these things. We are sinking pipes using an oil rig. We are taking out the petroleum. Next one was formation of petroleum. So how did petroleum got formed? So guys, now today what we are going to study? Today we are going to study about components of petroleum. What are the different components of petroleum? Next thing we are going to study is natural gas, right? We will study about different properties and uses of natural gas, which is also called normally, one second, which is also normally called CNG, right? So all of you must be aware of natural gas by this name, right? So it is also called CNG. Right. Now, next one we'll study about is energy crisis. How we are actually having an scarcity of energy. That we'll be studying about in great detail. Right. So let's move on, guys, and let's first see applications of components of petroleum. So in the last class itself, we actually found out that when we refine petroleum, we get petroleum gas, we get petrol, okay, we get kerosene, diesel, fuel oil, right? So many things we can actually obtain from using petroleum, right? All of us know that now, right? Now, let's see their uses one by one. Let's see their uses one by one, right? So the first application here is of LPG. Now, LPG is a very good fuel for home and industry, right? We use LPG as in our cylinders to cook food and all, right? For example, in our day-to-day life, we actually get Indian, Bharat gas, all these different kinds of cylinders, and we cook food on gas stoves, right? And these kinds of gas stoves. So it is coming from where? It is coming from LPG. In industries also, many a times we use LPG for these purposes, right? So I hope all of you are clear with this one. Now, anyway, next one. Petrol. Petrol is also a very important fuel. All of you guys must be knowing it, right? So, okay. So, yeah, Karthik, listen to Shivangi, ma'am. So, basically, petrol is used as a motor fuel. All of you know that petrol is used in our bikes, in our cars, in so many different scenarios, right? It is also used as aviation fuel. What is the meaning of aviation fuel? Aviation fuel means that it is used in flying aeroplanes. Aeroplanes, okay, or fighter jets, all these things, right? So it is used for those purposes as well, right? So I hope you are getting the idea here. Now it is used as a solvent for dry cleaning. Whenever you have some costly cloth, you want to get it dry cleaned, because during washing what will happen, some tear wear might happen. So dry cleaning is the best thing for that, right? But that dry cleaning uses petrol. Did you know that? So it is a fascinating fact here that petrol is used in dry cleaning process also. Now, anyway, guys, okay, you guys did not know. Nice. Coal is being used. No, Arvind, coal is never used in dry cleaning. I don't know about that. If it is being used, I have to do some research. But according to me, I don't think coal is being used. Okay. Now, anyway, then the next very important fuel we have is diesel. So guys, diesel is a fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electrical generators, and so many of other steps. So this diesel is used only in case of heavy vehicles, mainly in case of heavy vehicles. You have to emphasize on that. Why? Because heavy vehicles are using a lot of energy, but they are using a lot of energy very slowly. And diesel is very good for that. Diesel gives a lot of energy, but very, very slowly. So that's why diesel is used for this purpose. Okay, so all of you are clear with this? Type 1 if you're clear with this. Up to this, if all of you are clear. Okay, yeah, all of you are clear. Nice, nice, nice. Anyway, so let's move on. Next is kerosene. So kerosene is a fuel for stoves, lamps, and jet aircrafts. Now, the fascinating thing about kerosene is that, guys, it is used in case of stoves, it is used in case of lamps, but it is also used in case of jet aircrafts, right? So, stoves, lamps, you see, they require a lot less energy. In jet aircrafts, it requires a lot of energy. So, how we are able to do so? So basically, guys, when we are using kerosene for stoves and lamps, right? We are basically using uh, impure impure kerosene kerosene. Okay, and when we are using it for jet aircrafts, we are using which kerosene? We are using pure. Okay, we are using one second. Yeah, we are using pure here. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear with this, right? So I hope you don't have any confusion here, because see, kerosene is used for lamps and stoves, so it might be very confusing that how it can be used for fighter jets or aeroplanes. So guys, one is impure, another one is pure. Okay, one is purified. So I hope now it will be clear for you guys, right? Okay, next one. Let's move on to next one. Next one is lubricating oil. Now let's see, lubricating oil is mainly used for lubrication. Now, do you guys know lubrication? See, when I am actually doing my hands like this, actually some friction is there. How many of you are aware of friction type 1? If you are aware of friction, okay. Almost everyone is aware of friction. That's nice to know. Now, guys, see. So there is a lot of friction sometimes between different machine parts. Okay. So generally, what happens in a machine, one part will be touching another. Right. One part will be touching another, because movements happen like this. One part will help another to move. Now, during this movement, if there is a lot of friction, suppose this hand has to move on this. but it is too much of friction, so it is moving very slowly. If you use some kind of oil, then it will be able to move very fastly, right? It will move very fastly if you're using some oil. So oil is used between two machine parts so that there is less friction. How many of you are clear with this? Okay, Ramcharan, you will get mic access, okay? Clear? Lubricating oil, all of you clear, right? Now, next one is paraffin wax. So paraffin wax, all of you know wax, right? Candles and even Vaseline is made up of paraffin wax. During winter season, our lips will get some kind of injury, right? Our skin will start to peel off. During that time, we use what? We use Vaseline, right? So it is used in making Vaseline also, right? In using bitumen, right? In using bitumen, we actually get a lot of help from petroleum because it gets obtained from petroleum only, right? So, and where is bitumen used? It is used in paints and road surfacing. So it is, let me write here, it is a good, okay, it is a, one second, it is a good substitute substitute for it is a good substitute for coal tar. Okay, I hope all of you are clear with this, right? So it is a very good substitute for coal tar, guys, because bitumen can also help us in making roads, right? Now, all of you clear? Nice. Now let's move on. This is a table where you can see that how these different kind of fuels are used in different sectors. Okay. So I hope all of you are clear with this, and you can take a screenshot here so that whenever you guys are having doubts about this, you can go for it. Okay. Anyway, guys, let's do some questions here, right? So here's the first question on your screen. Yes, I have solved this question. This is from the board's perspective because many times you have to solve subjective questions, right? So, which process helps in separating different components of petroleum? So guys, tell me in the comment box. Which process is that? Yes, distillation. Very good, Ramcharan. So basically, fractional distillation is used in separating different components of petroleum. This process is based on difference in boiling point. So it is based on difference in boiling point. All of you know that, right? When you are actually heating, the one with low boiling point comes out first, right? So I hope all of you are clear. Now, next question on your screen. Nobody will answer in the comment box. Name the petroleum product used as fuel for stoves, lamps, and jet aircraft. Come on, give your answers here. Everyone, which one is used as a fuel for all of these? Arvind, Ramcharan, and Aradhita are the fastest, and everyone has given this answer. Nice. That means all of your understanding stuff. Nice. So the correct answer obviously here is kerosene, and since everyone answers this correctly, no need of explaining it. Next one. Let's go for this. Yes, next one is which petroleum product is used for heavy vehicles? Which petroleum product is used for heavy vehicles? Come on, give your answers. Everyone. Okay. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, guys. Now let me finish the quiz. And here also Ramcharan, Hasini, and Karthik Malik are the fastest one. Okay. Now, good. So let's close this. And guys, let's study something more. All of you are clear with this. And these kind of questions will only be asked. Right. Let's study something all again. Now you see, LPG is actually a very good fuel. Now LPG is mainly made up of made up of propane, propane and butane. One second. It is mainly made up of propane and butane. I hope you are clear with this, right? Mainly it is made up of propane and butane. Propane and butane are two different types of substances. Also, many times all of you, how many of you have heard that LPG cylinder blast happened and many people died because of it or some injuries were there? How many people have heard this? All of you have heard this, right? So what happens, guys, that we need to detect that there is some leakage of LPG cylinder. We need to know this. How will we know that there is some leakage due to LPG cylinders? If it can give you some smell, okay? If it can give you some smell, then only we will get to know that there is some leakage due to LPG cylinder, right? So to identify that leakage, we need to smell it. But LPG does not have any smell, right? LPG does not have any smell. So what to do now? So that's why we add one extra substance in it called, the extra substance added in this is called, uh, the extra substance added in this is called ethyl, ethyl mercaptan. Okay, it is called ethyl mercaptan. Okay, so why is this substance used? This substance is basically used so that all the smell of the LPG can be identified. For example, if LPG is not having any smell and if it is leaking, nobody will identify it and there can be a big explosion. So that's why we need to identify, and that's why we use ethyl mercaptan. How many of you got this? Okay, ethyl, ethyl, ethyl mercaptan. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear now. Okay, ethyl mercaptan is used. Here, basically, what I explained is that LPG is mainly made up of two gases. These two gases are propane and butane. You have to remember these names. Okay, you have to remember these names that it is mainly made up of two gases, and the name of these two gases are propane and butane. Right. Now, next thing I told you that LPG does not have any smell, so that we can detect that it is leaking, we put ethyl mercaptan, which is having some smell. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear now. Now, guys, let's move on and let's now study about next thing, which is natural gas. Okay, so all of you, first of all, natural gas is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas. Right? Many of you might have heard of compressed natural gas. It is a very, very good, you can say it is a very, very good source of energy. In Delhi, if you have gone to Delhi, you must have observed that in Delhi, many auto rickshaw walas, then many taxis use CNG because in Delhi there is a lot of pollution and CNG is a non-polluting fuel, right? So many times this is used, right? Okay, so I hope all of you are clear here. Now, see, this natural gas is only when it is compressed, when it is put under high pressure, it becomes compressed natural gas. Now, what are the applications of this natural gas? So, the applications of these natural gas is in power generation, first of all, right? Whenever you have to generate power, right, you can use either diesel generators or you can use this CNG generators. And CNG generators are also working fine and they are actually very useful where there is no electricity, right? For example, if you have to do a function and you have to make sure that okay, nothing happens and electricity does not go off, you use generators many a times, right? So in that scenario you can use this particular CNG generators as well, right? Let's move on here. And it is also used for transport vehicles. So as I told you, in cities like Delhi and all, many times they use these transport vehicles, right? Next one is it is non-polluting in nature, so it is good for the environment. It is not bad for the environment. I hope you are getting the idea. It is good for the environment, right? Because it does not release any pollution. Next one. it is easily transportable. Means it can be transported from one place to another very, very easily. Right? And you can actually have a pipeline to do so. Suppose from Russia to China, in Russia there is a lot of natural gas. They want to sell it to the Chinese people. So then what will happen? You have to actually do some trucking or shipping, but actually trucking and shipping is very costly. So what they do, they build a big pipeline, very strong pipeline. Now using that pipeline, they can easily transport this and they can easily transport this natural gas from Russia to China, right? So this is a very good way, and this is a very you can say easy way to transport natural gas. Okay, so I hope all of you are getting the idea. Yeah, Gujarat Vadodara also very good example. I was about to say that yeah, a very long pipeline. That's correct, Ramcharan. Nice. So all of you are getting the idea. All of you have seen stuff in your life, right? Anyway, so let me tell you one more thing, guys. One more thing, let me tell you that this CNG is mainly made up of one gas. Do you know which gas it is made up of? Come on, tell me in the comment box if you know which gas it is made up of. Everyone? No, not O2. Incorrect. Not coal gas. Yeah, but that gas is there in coal gas also. The major component of natural gas is a component of coal gas also. Now tell me. I have given you hint. Yeah. No, no, no. Till now nobody is correct. Not LPG, guys. Beta, the gas is methane. Methane. Okay, the gas is methane. Okay. Now you guys are typing. What is? Okay, okay. Anyway, guys, you have been doing well. So CNG is mainly made up of methane. Now let's do some questions. Let's do some questions. So tell me here first of all answer to this question. The major component of LPG are what are the major components of LPG, guys? Give your answers in the comment box. Sorry, in not in the comment box, in the ballot box. Okay. Now what are the major comp? And this is multiple correct. So two options are correct, guys. Okay, go for two options. Okay, Umayza is the first one to be correct. Two options are correct. Just now I have told you. So everyone, okay, countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let me finish the quiz. Umayza, Vaishnavi, and Arvind are the only one who have answered this correctly. Guys, just now I told you, no, propane and butane. I taught you here that they are mainly made up of propane and butane. Right. So I hope now you are clear at least. I thought that time you were clear. Now anyway, then the next question on your screen is the strong smelling substance added to LPG is what is the strong smelling substance added to LPG? Come on. Okay, Ramcharan. No issues. Strong smelling substance. Guys, just now I have told you, just now. So take your time, give your answers. Ramcharan, Hasini, and Aradhita are the fastest one. Okay, this time all of you have done well. Right, most of you have given correct answers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's finish this quiz and here we go. Okay, let's close the rank list and let's go. Okay, so the strong smelling substance was what? Ethyl mercaptan. That also I have taught you people, right? I've taught you that ethyl mercaptan is used to give a smell to LPG, right? Now, let's do one solved question now. Why is natural gas non-polluting in nature? Can anyone answer? The correct answer is that upon burning natural gas, right, releases CO2 and water. See, if you burn natural gas, now, if you burn natural gas, upon burning, it will release CO2 and water. Now, you guys tell me, is CO2 or water harmful? Is CO2 and water harmful or poisonous? Tell me. If it is harmful and poisonous, type 1. If it is not harmful and poisonous, type 2. Come on. Is CO2 and water harmful and poisonous? Many of you are saying water is see one is harmful, harmful. Okay, two is not harmful, not harmful. Okay, which one is it? Tell me. Okay, Karthik is saying CO2 is harmful and poisonous. Beta, when we breathe out, what do we release? Carbon dioxide. So suppose I'm breathing out. Carbon dioxide passes through my nose. Do I die? No. So carbon dioxide is not harmful. Yes, it is causing greenhouse effect, but it is not harmful or poisonous. Okay. So I hope. Okay. Now everyone is answering correctly. It is the answer is not harmful. Okay. The answer is not harmful. Good. Now all of you are doing well. Now, okay, let's move on. Let's do next question. Guys, you have to match one to another. Take your time. I'll give exactly 1 minute for this question. So all of you take your time and then answer this, okay? So I'm starting this with coins. Everyone, take your time. First answer is wrong. Okay. Take your time. Take your time. Match everything efficiently. Think what will happen because these are the questions which are asked in examination. Till now, nobody will have answered correct. One, Karthik Malik have answered correctly till now. Okay, I'll give more time, guys. If you require more time, I'll give you more time. But try to answer this correctly. Okay. Four people have answered, and only three have answered. Only one have answered correctly this time. Come on, everyone. Now let's do countdown. Five, four, three, two, one. Okay. So Radhita and Karthik Malik are the only correct people here. Okay. So let's finish the quiz. Acha, Krishna Sai have also answered correctly. Three people have answered correctly. Nice guys. Good of you guys to answer. Now, anyways, the correct answer is going to be C. C. P will match with 2 because coal is used in what? P will match with 2 because coal is used in what? Coal is used in thermal power stations, right? Next one is Q will match with 3 because water in a dam. Why do we collect water in a dam in the first place? We collect water in a dam so that we can produce hydroelectric power. So Q will match with 3, right? So I hope you are clear with that. Now, next one is R will match with 1. CNG is used in vehicles. All of us know that, right? So CNG will match with vehicles. Next one is S will match for 5 because wind will obviously, guys. This was the obvious one, right? That wind will match with wind turbines, right? And LPG is used for cooking. So if you just matched S and T, right, from there also you could have got correct answer out of these two, right? There is something correct. And then water in a dam is obviously used for hydroelectric power plant. So from that perspective, you'll get the answer, guys. Okay. So I hope all of you are now Clear? All of you are clear now? See, many of you had problem in this question. That's why I'm asking especially. All of you have understood this now, okay? Okay, so all of you are clear. Very good, guys. Nice. Some net problem. Can you wait for some time in quiz? Beta, I gave 2 minutes for this quiz. How much do I wait more? Okay, Krishna, I waited 2 minutes. Okay, next quiz, I'll wait for a longer time. Okay, don't worry. Now, next one on your screen is here. The major component of CNG is. What is a major component of CNG? Come on, give your answers now, guys. Everyone. This should be answered by everyone now. Okay? Okay. Everyone is doing well. Nice. Okay. Everyone has answered, so I'm closing this. Ramcharan, Arvind, and Aradhita are the fastest one. And Krishna, Aradhita, and Arvind will get master time now. Okay, it's good. Anyways, let's close the rank list and here we go. Okay, so the correct answer is methane, guys, right? Because methane is the, you can say, gas which is present in CNG. And remember, methane is also present in coal gas, right? So you should never forget it. Now, before we move any further, let me revise everything for you guys. Let's revise, guys, okay? So basically what we studied till now, we studied LPG is used mainly in cooking at home, right, in our gas stoves, and it is very important fuel. It is mainly made up of propane and butane, and the smell of LPG, all of you are familiar with the smell. That smell comes from ethyl mercaptan, okay? Then the next thing is petrol. Petrol is actually used for motor vehicles, aviation fuel, in dry cleaning. Then diesel is mainly used for heavy electrical vehicles and also for generators. Kerosene is used as stoves and lamps in impure form, and in pure form it is used for aeroplanes. Lubricating oil to remove friction between two machine parts. Paraffin wax for candles and Vaseline. Then paints and road surfacing, bitumen is used, right? And here I gave you the table also, right? And after this, we learned about natural gas. Natural gas, we studied that it is mainly made up of methane, right? It is mainly made up of methane and it is stored at high pressure as compressed natural gas. It is stored at high pressure as to compressed natural gas. I hope you understand that when we store too much of a gas in a small space, there will be a very high amount of pressure. That high amount of pressure is actually causing this compression, and that compression is added in the term also compressed natural gas, right? So I hope this is clear for everyone. Then application of natural gas is used for variety of purposes like in power generation, right? It is used in transport vehicles, right? It is a non-polluting in nature because it does not cause any pollution when it is burning. And finally, it is easily transportable. It can easily transport from one place to another, right? And how? Through pipelines. All of you can see the pipelines, right? So through pipelines, it can easily transport. Okay. Now let's move on, guys, and now let's talk about energy crisis. Now, guys, see, there is a major energy crisis happening in our world today. Right. In our world today, we are utilizing coal and petroleum day by day. Right. And all this coal and petroleum is running our present day life. Right. It is running our present day life. We are actually so much used to electricity. We are so much used to motorbikes. We are so much used to cars. So many things we are getting used to these days, right? Now, this energy is there. We are enjoying it. One day it might get over. Then what we'll do? So actually, we are mainly dependent upon which two fuel. Tell me, guys, in the comment box, on which two fuel we are mainly dependent right now. Name any, name any. Correct. Coal, one more. No, petrol is just a component. Coal and petroleum. Correct. Arpit is correct here. Okay, so it is mainly used in coal and petroleum, right? Now, sorry, we are mainly dependent upon coal and petroleum, right? Because coal is actually still most of the electricity in our world is produced by burning coal. Petroleum is running half, like 90% of the motor vehicles. Let's say not 90%, 99% of the motor vehicles are running on petroleum, right? So these things are very, very important that we understand that if we keep utilizing these things, then one day they will get over. That's why we need to search for alternatives, right? So we need to know what can be the alternatives of these fuels. Here is a very good quote from a board I like, so I have taken the picture. Now, fuel shortage is going to get the world back on its feet. Now, see, the world is on what? On cars, motorbikes, so many things right now. But once coal and petroleum is over, fuel shortage is there. World will have to walk, right? So that's why we have to focus on new renewable sources of energy. We have to get new sources of energy. Otherwise, there is no other alternative. Okay, and you guys should become scientists and all. You should search for these new sources of energy, alternative sources of energy, because you are the next generation and you have to go for all these kind of innovations. And if you make these kind of innovations, our country will become rich also, right? That is also very important. Now, guys, what do you think? A board corner question. What is the major reason behind energy crisis? I'm giving you a mic. Give your answers in the mic. If anyone can, I have told you already. You can simply state that one. All the vehicles should run in battery, sir. Yeah, like Tesla cars, right? Yeah, cycle. Yeah, cycle is there. I know. It came to my mind. But in cycles, sometimes you have to put down the feet. But in cars and all, you never put down your feet, right? Is the major reason behind energy crisis. So guys, in the next class, we'll study about how to deal with energy crisis and we'll solve some questions also. So we'll do a lot of practice also in the next class. So, and hope to see you there.
Okay guys, thank you for watching my video, and if you like my video, like and share, and if you have any doubts, you comment me, and don't forget to subscribe my channel for more